It can be difficult to cut toxic people out of their lives, but sometimes it's vital to go without contact. For Sigma INFJs in particular, who frequently place a high importance on connections and may find it difficult to let go, this can be very tough. However, things don't have to be hopeless following a breakup. These are 10 strategies for a Sigma INFJ to advance and prosper. 10. After going without contact, they become more adaptive. Negative influences and poisonous connections no longer limit Sigma INFJs. Their increased flexibility and adaptability may result from their newfound independence. They might try out novel situations and surroundings and pick up change adaptation faster. Furthermore, Sigma INFJs can further improve their adaptability by strengthening their sense of self-reliance and resourcefulness by depending on themselves for assistance and guidance. In the end, cutting communication can assist Sigma INFJs develop a feeling of flexibility and resilience that enables them to succeed in any circumstance. 9. They'll begin to take greater chances. Sigma INFJs experience a renewed sense of independence and autonomy after separating from toxic individuals and maintaining no touch. They might be motivated to take greater chances both personally and professionally by this. They might have greater confidence to follow their passions and take on new challenges without worrying about criticism or outside influences. Additionally, Sigma INFJs have already taken a big risk to their lives by not making contact. They may feel more at ease taking measured chances in other spheres of their lives as a result of this experience. Instead than viewing failure as something to be avoided at all costs, they can view it as an opportunity to progress. They may be more innovative, creative, and successful in their pursuits if they adopt this mentality. As a Sigma INFJ, does your increased sense of independence lead you to take more chances? 8. They emphasize individual development. Asteria INFJs are introspective, perceptive persons who are greatly influenced by those in their immediate vicinity. They may become depleted and lose focus on their objectives when they are in unhealthy relationships or are surrounded by unfavorable influences. Because of this, after leaving toxic relationships behind, Sigma INFJs frequently concentrate on personal development in order to reclaim their sense of self and proceed. Sigma INFJs can reestablish their sense of purpose and reconnect with their values, beliefs, and desires by concentrating on their own personal development. They can also acquire new abilities and information, improve their self-worth, and make sense of their objectives. Sigma INFJs can become more robust, self-aware, and empowered via this process of self-growth and discovery, and they can also design a life that is more in line with their true selves. 7. They'll welcome their liberty. Sigma INFJs may embrace their independence by concentrating on their own wants, ambitions, and objectives after cutting off contact. It could take them some time to rekindle their interests and passions and follow them independently of other people. They might also learn to draw boundaries and turn away anything that doesn't fit with their objectives or ideals. They are fiercely independent people who respect their independence and independence. They could feel as though they have lost their freedom and control if they are in unhealthy relationships or are surrounded by bad influences. Regaining their independence and escaping these poisonous relationships is possible for Sigma INFJs who choose to go cold turkey. Those who identify as Sigma INFJs might live more real and meaningful lives by embracing their independence. They can strengthen their sense of self and have a better comprehension of their own requirements and constraints. Increased resilience, self-assurance, and a clearer sense of purpose can result from this. As a Sigma INFJ, does growing in independence make you feel whole? 6. They'll exercise more critical thought. Intellectual stimulation and autonomous thought are important to introspective Sigma INFJs. They could feel as though their opinions and thoughts are continually discounted or condemned if they are in toxic relationships or are surrounded by unfavorable influences. Giving up communication can provide Sigma INFJs with the room and liberty to think more critically and unbiasedly. Following their separation from harmful individuals and going without communication, Sigma INFJs could become more introspective and reflective. They could look for fresh insights and information and challenge their presumptions and ideas. They might also develop sharper minds and become less susceptible to groupthink and outside influences. In the end, exercising critical thought can aid Sigma INFJs in creating a more comprehensive understanding of both their surroundings and themselves. Additionally, it can result in a more fulfilling existence and better decision-making. 5. They'll have greater faith in their instincts. Asteria INFJs are very intuitive people who base their decisions on instinct and inner knowledge. Nonetheless, individuals may question their instincts and mistrust their intuition when they are in unhealthy relationships or are surrounded by unfavorable influences. Making no contact can assist Sigma INFJs in reestablishing a connection with and more trust in their intuition. Sigma INFJs could reflect and introspection more after a period of no communication. They might honor their feelings and emotions and give more heed to their inner voice. Additionally, by learning to set limits and safeguard their energy, they might develop stronger intuition. Sigma INFJs can make decisions that are more in line with their beliefs, aspirations, and purpose if they put more faith in their intuition. Additionally, they can grow in self-assurance and self-belief, which will increase their level of accomplishment and personal contentment. Does your intuition as a Sigma INFJ make more sense now that you've cut ties with harmful people? 4. They'll impose more rigid limits. As someone who is prone to drawing negative people into their lives and causing them emotional pain, Sigma INFJs should set stronger boundaries going forward. Although separating from poisonous people might be challenging, it's frequently essential for Sigma INFJs' well-being. Sigma INFJs may establish more rigid boundaries to safeguard themselves from harm in the future after detaching. This is due to their desire to avoid repeating the mistakes they made in the past, and their desire to learn from them. They may prioritize their wants and objectives and have more control over their lives when boundaries are set. Moreover, Sigma INFJs respect honesty and might have discovered that some people weren't sincere or reliable. They can defend themselves against those who don't share their ideas and principles by establishing boundaries. 3. Their energy becomes more directed. People who identify as Sigma INFJs frequently reflect on their lives and look for meaning and purpose. They could reassess their objectives and priorities after removing themselves from harmful individuals or circumstances. For Sigma INFJs, moving on can be a cathartic experience that helps them let go of negativity and concentrate on what really important to them. A stronger sense of purpose and motivation may result from this newly discovered clarity and liberty. Moving on may also give Sigma INFJs a greater sense of purpose because they have gained insight from their past experiences. They now have a better understanding of what matters to them, which may motivate them to work even harder to achieve their objectives. Can you state that, as a Sigma INFJ, you are more purposeful when there are no undesirable energies in your life? 2. They can concentrate on their objectives. For Sigma INFJs, letting go of toxic people or circumstances can be a freeing experience that enables them to put their needs first and concentrate on what really matters to them. They might develop a renewed respect for their time and effort and become more driven to achieve their objectives. Similar to this, Sigma INFJs are frequently quite intuitive and may have recognized that particular people or circumstances did not support their development or success. This insight may encourage individuals to sharpen their objectives and seek out chances consistent with their morals and values. Therefore, for Sigma INFJs, moving on can be a transforming event that increases their concentration on their goals and gives them the determination to attain them. 1. They'll be more tenacious than before. Sigma INFJs have a purpose in life and are contemplative by nature. However, they frequently feel liberated and motivated again after separating from toxic people or situations, which might inspire them to pursue their objectives more tenaciously. For Sigma INFJs, moving on can be a life-changing experience that helps them prioritize their priorities and concentrate on what really matters to them. They might get a renewed sense of value for their time and effort and become more tenacious in their quest for happiness and success. Similar to this, Sigma INFJs are frequently quite intuitive and might have recognized that particular people or circumstances were impeding their development. Do all of your insights motivate you, as a Sigma INFJ, to pursue your objectives with even greater tenacity? Sigma INFJ's emotional maturity and detachment allow them to move on after a period of no communication. Therefore, for them, breaking up contact is a lovely beginning rather than an end. They become more purposeful in all they do, flexible, and laser-focused on their own development. Do these traits enable them to succeed in anything they set their minds to as a Sigma INFJ? Is moving on and cutting off contact bringing you greater happiness than before?